evening, good evening. We are live once again on the Road to Victory program. This evening we have a very special program for you. Very warm Caribbean evening. Let's invite you at this time to get alive. Want to join on this program this evening by the Natural, the USA. Discuss their experiences, their fears, nothing more. Just getting things ready. Bringing our guest for background with sounds of fire star, music and instrumental. We are live tonight on Facebook. We are live also on our YouTube channel. Feel free to share to any location you want to. Okay, we're going to bring in our guest shortly. We just preparing for Road to Victory. Exclusive interview this evening with our guest, the Natural USA. Yeah, good evening to our
Hi,
show.
everyone.
Good evening to you. So good to have you with us. Good evening.
Good
Enjoying
evening.
the Afro music here. Our culture. Okay, we have it ready now. This is our guest, the Road to Victory. Awesome and delicious fun. Good and natural, all the way from California, USA.
Hi.
To have we'll be talking with people about on farming and infinity. Probably added by the Good and Natural, California, USA. I want to just let you know that CMOS is an approved superfood by the Food and Agricultural Organization. Okay, we pause the music as we begin our program this evening. Right. So we just wanted to let you know again that CMOS is the FAO approved superfood and the Food and Agricultural Organization for those who don't know. Sea moss can be sustainably farmed in warm sea waters across the Caribbean, owned by relevant farmers and stakeholders for food and revenue generation. A lot of people didn't believe that sea moss can be farmed in the Caribbean, but we really do farm sea moss in the Caribbean and is much suited for our warm tropical weather. So
Yes.
this evening we have our guests with us again, Autumn and Alicia Johnson from Nebula Natural. Hi, good evening to you.
Good
We're gonna bring
evening.
yes, we're gonna bring you up so our guests can get to see you and hear you even much better shortly. Okay,
Okay.
hardworking mom and daughter. Too. Yes, they work really hard of Nebula Natural. So let us, get into the meat of the matter tonight. So I want to start by asking you to tell us about, you know, this mother and daughter business. Why did you choose to go into business together as mom and daughter? They say that family and business don't work, but I think that 3 years now you have proven us and them wrong. And
Yes.
has to be something that you're doing right. I believe, mom, that your daughter might be there saying, "I have to obey my mom. I have to obey my mom." I don't know. I don't know what causes it, but something is making that happen. You know, it's really good to see, and I look all the time, and you're always happy. You all are always happy, so it means that there's something good you're doing. You know, and I
Yeah.
know this you're gonna give us a little taste of that. So let me ask you very to just share with us. What is it that makes you all work together so well?
Go ahead.
I think I think that our personal relationship going into starting a business together was already very so that was one of the things that built the foundation of our business is that we have so much love and respect for each other, not only just as a mother and a daughter, but also as business partners. So we value each other's opinion on the decisions that we're making for the business, on new flavors, and just if the other person has ideas, we're open to hearing each other out. But we both know we have one goal, which is to be able to provide the best product that we can to our customers. So we just work, just as a team to just get it done.
Yeah,
And it works seamlessly because we already had a good relationship before
we
we
do.
started in our
We do.
business. So
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, that is really good. Mom, I come in for you now, mom. How? I mean, as a parent, a lot of people have a lot of wishes for the children. I would like to see
Uh-huh.
my child do this, child do that. But when she was younger, was this what you were thinking about working with your daughter as a business owner?
No, when she was younger, she was always creative. You know, everything that you see as far as this business is concerned, outside of me making the gel, everything is Autumn. The social media, the pictures, the logo, everything is Autumn. And so I'm not surprised that, she has expressed herself in this way, showcasing her creativity because she's been like that since a child. She is her own individual. So no matter what it is that I saw for her, it matters to me most of what it is that she wanted to do for herself. I respect her decisions. You know what I mean? If she wanted to paint signs on the side of the road, if that's what she wants to do, then I fully support her. It's not I'm not living her life, for her. She has to live this life. So however she sees fit to live her life, it is my job to support her and that's it. So that's what I'm doing is supporting her.
Wow. I see her there smiling at you with this side eye, and I know she's saying like, "Mom, don't make me cry."
so made me cry.
This is unusual. It is really unusual to see this, and I love to see it when families can work together, especially
Mhm.
Mhm.
when you have that level of respect for each other. And the key thing that you mentioned was, you respect her creativity, her decision making is not like I'm the mom and you have to do
Yeah,
what I say. And I
right.
know that, that you're here this evening because of her encouragement, her inspiration, because I know you love to work in the background and you love to work with the product a lot. But I know
Yeah.
she's the
She does.
face, and I know she worked hard at getting you here this evening. And we welcome, honor you, and I think it is only fitting that we celebrate mom this evening with a cheer.
Yay!
Excellent, excellent. I must say,
Yes.
Thank you.
you are a role model to many moms out there, and I
She
really hope
is.
that others would really learn from you.
Mhm.
You see, if you look at the side, you will see she's smiling. Wow, this is a moment for you, mom. So Autumn, I know how
Yeah.
you feel. I really know how you feel. As a child, I
Mhm.
wanted to make my parents proud as well, and I see that on
Yeah.
your. So what inspired you to work with mom apart from the great good relationship? What was that little tinkling that made you work?
So, I was telling my mom we should start a business, and I was telling her once, during COVID, everyone got their what was it? The relief, the idle relief, the what was it?
Oh, the EVD and idle loans.
Yeah, yeah, we got
Oh,
the
the
COVID,
stimulus. We got
the
a
stimulus, the
stimulus check.
stimulus check
Yeah.
during 2020. So March
Mhm.
2020, we everyone got their stimulus checks, and I was like, we should start a business. So I, went to her multiple times, and I'm like, what about this or what about this? And my mom is very much a person that if it's not something that actually speaks to her, is in alignment with what she's already doing, and it's something that she knows she'll put, her love into it, she's not doing it. So I came to her with so many ideas, and I'm like, what about this? She's like, no, that doesn't speak to me. No, I don't want to do that. And then I was like, well, she had already been making the CMOS for, us, my all my siblings, our cousins and stuff like that. So I was like, what about the CMOS? And she's like, that's it. That's what we're gonna do. So that's literally how we started. So we literally bought a small amount of CMOS from, a local store that we had been already getting it from. and we just started making the gels. I posted on Instagram, made us a business page, made our logo, and that's literally how we started. I was like, let's just try to do this. So we bought our website and just started from there.
Yeah.
Wow, excellent,
Yeah.
excellent. I
Yeah.
really love that. A lot was said about your roles. I know that you're the social media guru, and mom deals with the production and so on. I know you also assist, and she
Yeah.
mentioned decision making, and but we say management can be tough. Managing a business is tough. I mean, setting it up, yeah,
Yes.
but managing, because you have to make some very hard decisions,
Yeah.
and I deal with this so often that I cringe even when I think about how do you all go about decision make. I mean, like you have an order to do and a decision has to be made. We have to get those boxes. Um, is there ever any rumbling, any tumbling, any? How is it done?
We are literally still learning as we go.
Yeah.
We don't have a background in this. A lot of people are able to start businesses because they might have an education or they might have the finances to do it. If their parents are able to assist them in it. We had none of that. My parents worked their whole life. I worked, until I got injured. So we had no background in this and we're still learning. We literally just use the internet to find out, answers to things that we don't know, and we just perfected it to tailor our business along the way. So I
Excellent.
think, our communication with each other is what really has sustained this business thus far.
Okay.
Definitely.
Sorry
Hmm.
for that. Dropped up there for a minute.
No
Yes, I
worries.
really love. I'm more interested, to get people to understand
Hmm.
how we start businesses. It's different than, as you say, going to university and coming up with this degree
Yeah.
and that degree and this. But one thing I would say to you is that an entrepreneur, really comes to life when you are faced with what you just described. When you have to create something out of nothing or come up with a solution when a problem pops up. You know,
Right.
when you're
Right.
up 2 in the morning, 3 in the morning, trying to figure out how are we gonna do this? How can
Right.
I like what you said, perfect it. A lot of persons are afraid of that word, right? Perfection, and we are supposed to strive for that. We're
Yeah.
supposed to
Exactly.
be able to
Yeah.
do that, not be afraid. But before we go on, I have something for Autumn as well. I think that she deserves, as a young lady, her peers may be looking on and be like, why is she not out here partying and enjoying her life? And oh, why are you taking on that hard road right now? You should live a little longer and then come back.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
we have something here for you as well. You know.
Oh,
Yeah, it's
thank
awesome, awesome, awesome,
you.
awesome.
I appreciate that. Oh my gosh, I appreciate you, Ashley. I really
When
do.
we come
Thank
with it.
you.
I personally watch your content like, wow. I am always like, wow. This I didn't know it was you at first. I mean, I said the creator of this content is so good. It was mom who told me it was you, and it was like, I have to meet her. Like she's really good. Let her know for me. She's really, really good at it. And
Thank
please
Yeah.
keep
you.
doing that. Keep perfecting it, and keep doing that. We're going a
Mm.
bit. Let's go a little deeper now. I know that you had something special recently, and I want to share it with the public. You celebrated something that you might find surprising, but it was an anniversary. Yeah, come on. Yes, love
Three
that.
years.
Love that. Yeah, tell us about. When I was in college, technical college, and I was learning small business management. The
Hmm.
lecturer told me that majority of businesses, especially among our black generation, does not last 3 years.
Mhm.
If they do make 3 years, they will
Hmm.
make it, but most of them collapse before. And I see that you have played the game for 2026. I just love that.
All over again.
Yeah, like you just had
I can just tell how amazing that cake was. I mean, like working for 3 years of the business could never been easy. But look at the
Mm.
joy on your faces that you celebrate.
Yes.
A lot of us
Yes.
don't like to celebrate. You know,
Right.
Yeah.
I thought that that was a good thing. In business, we always teach as a trained persons, celebrate every step that you take.
Yes.
Mhm.
Yes.
Celebrate those victories. Don't wait until you get 50 years and
Right. Right.
celebrate along the way. So tell us about 3 years, your third anniversary. This Nebula, we hear about Nebula Natural.
Yeah.
What is this business really about?
Oh,
What is
man.
the philosophy and the values behind
Mhm.
Nebula Natural?
I would say that like our biggest philosophy is just, having our own perspective towards wellness. I think that we've always tried to source out ways to not only improve our health,
Yeah.
but to improve it in a holistically and natural way. And
Right.
so my mom, has actually been taking CMOS since she was a child. So our philosophy is just built on, not only providing a product that's completely natural, has organic ingredients and all natural, ingredients and formulations for our flavors, but also something that we put our love and our care into. This is
Yeah.
something that not only we provide to other people, but we take it ourselves.
Right.
So we're, definitely not in this to just, pump out CMOS and whatever. No, like we strive to have a healthy lifestyle and we want other people on this journey with us who are, dedicated to having like a wellness lifestyle and make their health a priority. We want us to be a part of their journey. So it feels good to, hear our customers say, I'm on my weight loss journey. I'm taking you guys' products, or I'm focusing more on eating better food. So I want to
Right.
supplement my health with you guys' CMOS. So
Yeah.
yeah, we're just all about providing a good product to help anyone on their health and wellness journey in the best way we can.
Right.
Right. So I came across another business and they spoke about the same health benefits and so on. I remember mom shared me, part of her story about why she really started this. And then a lot of times people do not understand that even if something may go wrong, we can
Mhm.
take that and turn it around into something
Yes.
fabulous. And you
Definitely.
both have done that and done
Yes.
it with a smile as well, and are now able to celebrate 3 years of existence. And I think that that is something that is really, really, and you have beaten the odds because, truthfully, a lot of businesses fall up.
Yeah.
Before the years, a lot of people go into business thinking that as soon as I start, I'm going to become a millionaire
Right.
Right.
and do as I like, when I like, how I like. But no, 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 it doesn't
Right.
it doesn't
It
work like
doesn't.
that at all.
It
And I
doesn't.
look at your business and I can tell without even being there that you pay a lot of attention to detail, right? I can
Yeah.
tell. I can tell without even being on the spot. I've seen photos. I know people can Photoshop.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
I've also seen the videos of you are actually doing things, and I say yes every time I say yes. And
Oh.
as we share a bit later in the program, some of the feedback from your customers, which is
Mhm.
it just this evening I was looking at them again and it was like wow, 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 this thing is phenomenal.
That's
I,
Yeah.
the reaction
I
that
don't
we
know if you know that. I mean, for 3 years, and you
Yeah.
get that kind of feedback, like, wow, we're
I
going to share this
know.
in a while. We are
I
going to share this
know.
with people in a while, but I mean, like, wow.
Okay.
So, what are the values you would say are your values, apart from the healthy lifestyle and so on? What are some of the values that you put into your
I think the number one value for me is love. I'm very intentional about everything that I do. I'm not going to share something with someone that I wouldn't take. You know what I mean? So, we stand on, having a product that we actually love and we put love into it. It's not about, if you have something that the driving force behind it is money first, then I think that it will show. And I think that you can tell, just like you said, by looking at our page, by you interacting with us, you can tell the intention that we put into this product, into everything that we do. She and I are a lot alike, so that makes it even easier because you mentioned us being perfectionists. We're the same in that way. So it's
Mhm.
it's not going to go out. It's not going to be a rush thing or anything like that. You can tell that we've taken our time.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Even introducing new flavors, we take our time with that. Sure, we could rush and have 10 flavors, if we wanted to, but we want to perfect it. So I think that the first thing above all is love. When you do things like that, the money will come. You know what
Yeah.
I mean? Because other people can tell. You can tell that we're being genuine. You can tell that we're being ourselves. So I think my highest value is love.
Wow. You know, a lot of persons also, that's a valid point when you say love. A lot of persons don't know that love for what you do creates that passion, and that passion
Yes.
creates the energy and the drive and the motivation and
Yeah.
Yes.
everything that you need to keep going. Right?
Yeah.
Yes.
You know, people feel like you have to listen to. I mean, it's good to listen to a motivational speaker. I do a bit of life coaching myself, but
Mhm.
you have to generate that love from within you for whatever you're going to do in order to really show it in your product. And you can tell this is something I learned many years ago in marketing. If you want to know how the persons that run the business feel about it, look at the product. It's very easy.
Right. Right.
Very easy. You don't have to guess. You don't. You know, you can
Right.
just tell
Right.
by how their product looks,
Right.
Right.
how they treat it, how they speak about it, and everything.
Yes.
And our viewers this evening is going to get a peek at what we are talking about, what blows us away about Nebula Naturals. You know, I want to ask you this question:
Uh-huh.
when you create these products, right? What is it that you want to deliver to your customer? What when I receive that, what is it you want me to receive?
Honestly, for I mean I know for us like here in the States, most people that we know that have taken sea moss gel, they don't like the taste of it.
Yeah.
So I know for me personally, when my mom used to make it for me, we didn't have flavors. She put it in your tea or you eat a spoonful and that's how you're going to eat it. But I know that I'm very picky with what I eat. And if I can eat something that's good for me and it tastes good, we're going to go with that.
Right.
So the biggest thing I want people to do is eat this product, consume it, and it's good for your health. But I want the experience for you to be delicious. I love to hear people say, I opened up my jar and tasted it, and this is the best sea moss I ever had. Like I want
Yes.
to change people's perception mainly about the taste of sea moss because people
Yes.
really don't like the taste. And I know it has a lot to do with how you prepare it.
Right.
And everyone has different methods and techniques of how they prepare their own sea moss. But I know for us, we have, 3 years in, we have a system in place to where my mom makes sure she cleans it, and the flavors that we do are able to mask the unappealing taste as much as possible. But
Right.
I just know for me, I want our customers to go into it with an open mind and know that this is something that could possibly help you in ways that you could never imagine for
Right.
a product that a seaweed from the ocean. You know what I mean? So
Right.
I think that it has so many benefits if people are not only consistent with taking it but just open-minded to sea moss itself. But I know we make the best flavored sea moss,
Yes.
so I know.
Yes, we do. Yes. And you want them to see the quality of what we're putting in these flavors.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
definitely.
Because of the way that we eat, we can tell when you taste something and it's synthetic, something in there just doesn't agree with you.
Mhm.
When you open up this orange turmeric, you can smell there are real oranges in there. You can smell the turmeric in there. You know what I mean? It's nothing fake about it. I'm not using, some off-brand juice to put in there that has 1% of orange in it. No, there's real orange in there. You know what I mean? So I want them to see the quality,
Yeah.
taste the quality, smell the quality in what we're putting in it. Once they take it, they'll feel the love that was
Mhm.
put into it. But upon first glance, you see the quality in it.
Definitely.
You know, that's an excellent point. You know, when people could actually take your product and see that love in it. I love that. I mean, when I read a lot of the feedback, and you're absolutely right, Autumn. The first thing that I saw always comes out is taste. Whatever your secret sauce is, you're able to remove that. Yeah, sea moss comes from the ocean. I mean,
Yeah.
salt water. The ocean has its own unique smell, its own uniqueness, its
Yep.
own unique environment, and so on. So it comes with a certain flavor.
Right.
And what they have been saying, as we will show it to your customers, you have been able to remove that completely. I know you won't tell us the secret sauce, but whatever you're doing, keep doing it because they are telling us that, look, you have done it.
Yeah.
And I really, and I heard Autumn said it very modest just now. Oh, we have the best flavors. I mean, she loud, loud, because
Literally, we got the best sea moss in the
Yes,
game. All
yes,
right,
we do.
we make the best.
yeah, we need to celebrate that. Yeah, definitely, definitely. I see it
For
a lot
real.
in your feedback, and one of the things that really makes us proud is that when we see this feedback, the one thing that resonates with me, apart from your skill and all you do in America, is that wow, this comes from the Caribbean.
Yeah.
This is a product. The raw material of this product comes from St. Vincent and the Grenadines,
Yes.
Yes.
and that makes me feel so good. I think I have a video here. Yes, I'm going to share it now before we go into the feedback on
Okay.
where your product. A customer actually asks you where your product comes from, and we have it here. Let me just pull it up for them. Oh yeah,
Good stuff.
I just love it. Yeah, I mean, every time I look at your product and I look, I think of it, and I'm so happy that you show persons like how it comes to you, and you know
Yes.
what is to receive it and then take it from that stage to what you are doing is truly, 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 you know, phenomenal. I don't even know the words to put to it, but I am blown away every single time. I just sit there and I just punch like yeah, you know. I just
Thank
absolutely
you.
love it.
Thank
Let me just show them some of your products. You see the different flavors here, and
you.
as we continue in this side, let's look at some of the feedback now. Now, it is
Okay.
stated in business that 4% of the loud customers are the ones who are most hated. Those are the ones who can keep noise. They're gonna tell you, "Oh, I don't,"
Yeah.
Yeah.
and nobody really likes them. But that is a big error in business.
Yeah.
Those that 4% actually are the ones who keep your business successful.
Right.
And one of the things that I read from some of the posts that you had was that you are able to take that feedback and enhance, you know, and make it, even when you said it earlier, mom, that you are able to take that, what you learned and enhance it to something even better that people can enjoy it, not just in taste, but the benefits as well. I've seen comments about the great benefits you know, that your products have actually done for persons. And 96 of the other out of the 100% of customers are usually silent. And there's a
Mhm.
story in marketing about them. They are the ones that will go down the road and say, "Don't buy from Nebula," but they will not tell you. They will not keep any noise. So
Right.
I see that you have some loud customers, loud
Yeah.
Yes.
customer feedback.
A lot of loud
Yeah,
customers.
yeah, and
Yes.
that is excellent. That is good that they're coming back to say to you, "This is what I think about your product."
Yes.
We
First
love
comment the person says the best sea moss I've tasted so far. And they didn't just stop there.
No.
They said, they're subscribing and getting more.
Yeah.
Like, wow, it was like the imagine somebody saying to you the best sea moss.
love it.
And you're the ones, a mother and a daughter is there producing that. I mean, like,
Yeah.
like, I'm thinking of you spinning coffins and all kind of thing now, and you know,
It's it's
gymnastics
it's
in
surreal.
the Olympics and stuff. Yeah,
Yeah.
how do you respond to these types of comments?
Oh my gosh. Every time we see one, we're like, oh my gosh, that's so
Yeah.
nice. We got one
Yeah.
today. We got one today. We were driving
Yeah.
today and we were like, just like you said, like it feels so good. It feels like we get hundreds of comments, a month about it, but I'm just like to constantly get, recognition for what we're doing and for
Yeah.
people to give us a response. Because a lot of people they take it and they don't say anything. But the
Right.
fact that you took time to like write a message out every time, we're so grateful. We are
Yes.
like ecstatic. Like I got a comment today, and I made a whole video about it. I'm like, oh, I gotta put the sea moss in the background. Like I got people know
Yes.
about what they're saying. Like the
Yes.
feedback, it warms our heart every single time.
Because they don't have to do that. You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying? They don't have to comment. They don't have to shop with us. You know what I
Hmm.
mean? So when we get a sale, we show gratitude for every single sale, every single one. We call them out by name and thank them. You know what I'm
Mhm.
saying? Between each other because they don't have to shop with us. So the fact that they are, we appreciate that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And we show our appreciation through all kinds of ways. And by giving them a high quality product, we have giveaways and stuff like that, so we're grateful,
Yeah.
very grateful.
Definitely.
Yes, I'm really happy to hear that actually that you take the time, A lot of persons don't pay attention to customer management. You always hear people talking about customer service, but not
Hmm.
management. And
Mm.
management is more than the actual service, you
Yeah.
go a bit further in terms of loyalty and you've described that beautifully, in the things that you do in order to get this the service and to keep the persons loyal. And if a person is saying to you, look, I am going to be getting more. You don't want to lose that person at all.
No.
Right. Right.
No way. Because as you said, they don't have to. There's so
Yeah.
many there's so many choices out there that you can choose. But the fact
Yes.
that they have recognized you as the best. And we can see some more feedback, let me just look at some more.
Mhm.
I had so much that I can go on forever about your feedback.
Literally.
We have
Oh,
one and
I
let me
love
see,
it.
pull it up a bit larger.
I
Oh,
love
wow.
it.
Yes, it says this is the best stuff ever. I've been able to get through my workouts way easier with all this extra energy.
Me
Can't
too.
wait to order my next jar.
Yes.
Then you have
Yes.
another customer saying, y'all CMOS is the absolute best, hands down. Brap, brap,
Yeah.
brap. You see
Yeah.
that? Yeah. No, I love this comment. The person says, I no longer waste money testing out any others. Like,
I
whoa,
love it.
that,
Yeah.
that is a big one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They tell us all the time
I
though
love
that
it.
they have tried other ones and then they'll come back and tell us,
It wasn't as
it wasn't
good.
as good.
Mhm.
Yeah, and I
Mhm.
mean, they actually put the emphasis on the word absolute, and
Yes.
then hands down. So they didn't just say best, they
Right.
actually expand it so you know how good your product really is then.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
And let me see, I think I have another one here. Right. Just having some difficulty. Let me just try to pull it up.
Oh, I see.
Yeah, having some difficulty reading it from my screen. Just a bit.
You want me to read it out?
Yeah, if you can see it from yours, yeah.
So the left one says, "This is such a great face mask. I've added turmeric to just regular sea moss and applied it as a face mask. Works wonders." And then the one on the right says, "This is my favorite sea moss flavor of them all. I've been taking it since the beginning of this year, and it helps me a lot. As I'm suffering from menopause, the blue spirulina gives me energy, helps with my weight and my gut health. I purchase three at a time, so I always have one or two in the freezer."
Wow.
Excellent, excellent, excellent. Now, a lot, two things here that are quite interested, and I want to just put a disclaimer in. I don't think either of us are here to give any medical opinions about the use of
Not
something.
at all.
So I want to
Mhm.
put a disclaimer to that. No, we are not here for that. However,
Yeah.
feedback coming to us is saying that it is a great face mask. Excuse me. I added turmeric to the regular and applied it as a face mask.
Yeah.
Works wonders. And I've seen videos, I didn't want to show the particular video with the young lady because I didn't get to speak with her to get permission to do that. But I've
Yeah.
seen you share a video, where the young lady was using it.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
she's like,
Yeah. Yeah.
yeah, it really works great as a face mask. I can
It
It
tell you,
does.
does.
really great. And there's some other things you can do with it. I wouldn't say that now because I don't want you to tick them off too quick. But there's some
Yeah.
other great stuff that I believe will be coming. And then you said, this customer says, this is my favorite. And, not only that, and she mentioned the condition of menopause, which affects most senior women and so on. And
Mhm.
Mhm.
it drains you of energy and how it
Yeah.
helps with the weight and gut health and so on. And then not only that, but she stipulates, I always have enough in stock. Three
Yes.
three at a time, and I mean, like, yes, that is the type of customer we love.
Yeah.
Yes.
who would,
Yeah.
who keeps us in business and so on. And I really love the feedback. And I must plug in again that every time I see this, and I even look at the CMOS, I'm like grown in the Grenadines. You know, we cannot help but say that at all. And it is such a great combination,
Yeah.
and I hope that, that you keep this going, because it is good to see that you were not just, I mean, from the Caribbean angle, quote unquote. Sometimes we say some Americans come over a bit, fill over,
Mhm.
overfilled with confidence. Let me put it like
Right.
that. And I love your humility, you know,
Yeah.
how you work with us and so on in that.
Mhm.
The Caribbean, you don't behave as like you're up there, and you
Yeah,
Right.
it's
Right.
blend,
definitely.
that soothing blend, and how you're able then to take it and enhance it at where you are.
Yeah.
Right.
And that is excellent. I love to see that type of vision in any business. I think there might be one more. Okay.
Mhm.
No. I think I saved there was this gentleman. I was trying to find the video that he spoke about. He
Oh.
was saying how he can to the sky and all kind of thing. I'm like, wait a minute, what is going on here? You know, I don't know if you can get it pull up. Let me see if it actually did. You just
On our
try it for
page?
one. Just bear with me for 1 second. Let me see if I could get it pull up.
Oh.
Yes, he was talking about how he
He's
how
like, "Take your sea moss."
yes, yes, that gentleman, the boss, man.
I
I
gotta
don't know.
repost.
It probably didn't come down, but
Yeah.
I was
I know which one you're talking about.
Mhm.
yes, I was
Mhm.
looking at that one, and it was like, wow,
Yeah.
look at him, and he's energetic and everything. And
Yeah.
for persons who wants to see, they can go to your Instagram page and your Facebook
Yeah.
page. They are there, and we will share that information as we go into the a little bit further. So,
Okay.
as I said, you are doing a really excellent job, and I want you to continue to do that. Um, I have another question here for you.
Mhm.
Right. So you talk about the feedback. We look at the feedback. We look at the philosophy, the values, and everything. Now you take. I know that the actual CMOS is not the only raw material used, but we want to focus this evening on the CMOS, right? What
Yeah.
are what are some of the you know what do you look for in your raw material? When you are going to, because you are producing such a great product.
Yeah.
What do you look for in your raw material? I know there's a lot of discussion around CMOS now. People are concerned about the source. People are concerned about the quality. In order to produce a quality product, obviously, you would have to have a very good quality raw material.
Yes.
So what do you look for when you are looking to, produce your value added CMOS gel, as we call it, value added product, CMOS gel?
I think the first thing you can tell by just looking at it in its raw form, if it's a good product or not. You can tell if it's full grown. We don't want that. It's kind of soft. It feels like rubber. You know what I mean? You can't see a lot of like little branches from it or how whatever they call it. You can't see a lot of that from those. But the good ones, you can tell. You can even tell like by looking at it if it was like older because it's like way thicker, than some of the other ones. So the color of it, you can tell.
If it's harvested early.
Yeah, you can tell when it like was in the sun,
Mhm.
Yes.
reaping all the benefits of the sun,
Yeah.
So I'm looking for all of that, the texture of it, the smell, I'm looking for all of that. And we get that, we have a really good product that we receive, really good.
Excellent. You notice that this word is coming out all the time. The smell, if it doesn't have a good smell, it wouldn't have a good taste. Yeah, I don't know,
Yeah.
right? And then if you don't have that, that quality in terms of the look and everything, you wouldn't get. Let me just bring back up your picture there with your products.
Okay.
Okay.
really see, what I'm talking about.
Mhm.
Just look at that color. Look at the colors of your product. You can tell every single flavor, you know,
Yeah.
by
Yeah.
itself without even wondering, like.
Right.
And what I love that you do is that the colors that you produce represents the other products that you use. For example, the pomegranate, the turmeric, the blue seraphina, everything that you add, you actually match the color just as it really is. It isn't any like any imitation color or anything that you put
Yeah.
on it.
Right.
I noticed that as well, and that is excellent. It's really
Yeah.
Thank you.
yeah, that is really good to actually be able to do that, and I
Yeah.
really, really love to see it. You know, and then we can talk about the production after, but there's one,
Yeah.
you know, everything is unique, and like you said, the smell is there, the quality is there, the benefits. No, and not just it looks pretty because with a lot of products, people can dress them up, but
Yeah.
Right.
the benefits also come out of it as well.
Right.
And that is excellent. A customer mentioned that they keep them in 3 jars.
Mm-hmm.
How are you able to keep 3 jars of CMOS gel without me losing it? What do you recommend to persons who use it?
We recommend for them if they're ordering multiple jars. This is a very perishable product once it's blended into a gel. So we always recommend if you order, more than one, just work on one jar and then the other ones you aren't taking at the time, just freeze them and then you can just thaw them out whenever you're ready to eat it. So
Right.
you get the chance to preserve the life of the CMOS gel and take it on your own terms and don't have to, try to rush through it because overconsumption is what we don't want.
Right.
So
Right.
Just a minute, yeah, just another
no
technical.
worries. Hmm.
Okay.
Right, you were saying right. Another thing that I see pops up a lot is the quantity. I've seen some persons did videos on YouTube that I don't know what they were thinking, but they were using this thing nonstop. What
Crazy.
what what is your recommendation for use actually?
I mean, we are not, medical professionals at all. We always consult that, people consult with their doctors just to
Yes.
make sure if they have any, personalized issues based on their age or underlying health conditions. But we always just recommend 1 to 2 tablespoons daily, maybe even at max three based on, your size and, how active you are and things like that. But we definitely stick with just taking 1 to 2 tablespoons. It gets the
Yeah.
job done.
Yes.
You can always test out taking 1 tablespoon if this is your first time taking sea moss to see how your body reacts to it because everyone's different.
Yeah.
So yeah, we always just suggest people take it in moderation. Just 1 or 2 times daily is
Enough.
sufficient enough
Yes.
for you to receive the benefits.
Oh, yeah. Very, very well said. And one of the other things that I think that you do well, you are able to not just sell the product, but
Right.
guide your customer the best way to use it.
Right.
A
Right.
lot of times you can enter a store and just buy something you don't have, you know,
Yeah,
how to use it or anything. But it is
right.
good when you take the time to actually guide persons to, you know, how to use this product. And as we take a quick break, we are here this evening on Road to Victory with Autumn and Alicia Johnson from
Hey
Nebula Nat
y'all.
all the way in California, USA. And we're gonna quick water break, take a little sip, a little stop. And we're gonna come right back and we're going to talk about some of the wins and some of the lessons learned. And I have a little video for you. I call that my win. Right?
Oh, I can't wait to see.
I have a win from your videos. That is my win, and I'm gonna show that.
Ah,
So let's come right back,
okay,
in a sec.
sounds good.
We are on road to victory this evening with very special guest this evening, Autumn and Alicia Johnson, the Naturals. And we are talking about responsible CMOS farming and the absolutely best CMOS gel products that they make in their company, Nebula Naturals LLC.
Yes.
I'm just saying what the customers are saying that it is the absolute best. And down. I'm not here to dispute that. So, as the gentleman said, he can flick and he can touch his proof. We had a lady saying, he has given her energy while she's going through menopause. So, well, indeed, it has many benefits. But as we said, the disclaimer here, we are not giving any medical advice. We are only sharing feedback person have used. And we would want to strongly advise that in using CMOS, please check your medical doctor for guidance in terms of how much you can use and how frequently. Right, as we come right back to now, we are going for the wins. And let me just pop up my win. Where are you? Where are you? Where are you? Seems they want to hide from me. Where is it? Oh boy, don't tell me that it's gone. I'm looking for it. I think I have it. Let me make sure. Yeah, here we go. Yes, this is my win. This is my win.
I love it.
I'm gonna stick it
I
there.
love
This I don't want to tell them what this is. I want you to tell them what it is because based on the feedback I've seen, it
Yeah.
appears that you ran out of this flavor in a
Yes.
very quick time.
Yes.
Yeah.
So tell us about this one. I mean, this is my win. Just to think about it, I would imagine tasting it. Yeah. So go ahead and tell us about this one.
This is a number one seller right here.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yay! I got it right. Yeah. Yeah. Wow.
Number one
Okay.
seller. This is strawberry watermelon, and the taste is, it just tastes like summer to me. They love it. We couldn't keep it in stock. As soon as we dropped it, it sold out. We're gonna have one more restock tomorrow. That will sell out, I'm sure, and then we're done. Until who knows when. I don't know, but they love it, and
Yeah.
it took the place of blue spirulina as being the number one seller.
Yeah.
Really,
Yeah.
they
They love
really
it.
enjoy this one.
Wow. I can just tell from the just thinking about the ingredients in it and so on. I can just tell like, wow, this must be
Yeah.
amazing.
It's so light and sweet
Yeah.
and not too sweet and just really does taste like summer. It's almost like refreshing, like when you eat
Yes.
watermelon or something. Like
Yeah.
it's so good.
So tell me, I don't know, but do you guys have a lab or something that you sit down and you test these flavors and I don't know how you come up with such amazing combinations and so.
I don't even know. Like,
Honestly, because we definitely know that it has to have some sort of base that's compatible with the taste of sea moss. So we can't just be throwing anything on there, and
Right.
we can't be making no salad flavored sea moss. It
Right.
got to taste good with sea moss. So
Yeah.
we just a lot of the times when we're choosing fruits and stuff, we'll try to do it with the seasons as well. So for that one,
Yes.
we drop that for the summertime. So we like to get people excited about a new flavor and make it kind of like accompany the season too. So we have this thing we've been starting since we started with the flavors, like two things, like
Yeah.
apple ginger, blue spirulina, orange turmeric, where we'll add like two main star ingredients that accompany the sea moss. So this time it was strawberry watermelon. It was the spring season for strawberries and the summer season for watermelon. So it was the perfect transition out of the winter into something fresh, new, and something people would get excited about trying. It's
Mhm.
pink. People love the color
Yeah.
and the fact that it's natural. They go crazy for it.
Yeah.
So
Hey, good. So I was going to ask the question before when you said it is going to be the last restock. In my mind, I was like, the way that people are after this thing, are you sure? And then you answered it. You actually answered it. Thanks, Autumn, for letting me know that it's done
mhm.
according to season, and that is important.
Yeah.
Like, and that is very very good in terms of like when the season changes, that they can flow with the seasons and so on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That is a very good strategy actually. So thanks for clarifying that for me because it was in my mind with the
Yeah.
feedback you're getting already. How are you going to be able to
Right.
make this flavor again?
They stocking up on it and they putting it in their freezer.
Yeah.
Okay, okay, okay.
Yes, they're
Yeah, they're
stocking
stocking
up.
up.
Yeah. They're ordering like 6 of them at a time and then just popping them in
Wow,
the freezer. Yes.
Yeah.
wow.
Yeah.
Like this is good. I love this idea really a lot. And
Mhm.
again, just continue, just continue. I don't know how you're going to be able to get away from them with this one. I have to extend the deadline a bit, and I don't know.
No, I was telling her, I was like, "Are you sure? Maybe we gotta, run it
Yeah,
or
I
something."
was
But
saying.
um,
So as you look at the business over the last 3 years, right? When you look at even this product, the feedback, what would you? I'm gonna ask this question to both of you. I guess that though that you're a team, you might have a different win. You know, what would you say, Mom, is your? And forgive me for saying, Mom. That is the Caribbean way.
Okay. It's okay. It's okay.
oh,
It's in me culturally.
Yeah.
What would you say is your number one win when you look back over 3 years for you? What stands out the most? And Autumn, you can prepare your answer. I'm coming for you as well. Yeah.
I think my number one win, in starting this business is doing something with my daughter and doing something with her that even when I'm not here, she can still keep going. Not only just with her though, but with my other children too. They help. You know what I'm saying? This is you see us, but I have other kids, so everybody pitches in to help when we need them. So that is a win for me is to show my kids. I'm 51. So for us to start this business 3 years ago is a win for me to show that it's never too late to start something new. This is a way for me to express my creativity. It's never too late to do something like that. You know what I'm saying? So that's a
love
win
that.
and that's an encouragement to me as well because a lot of times you get to a certain age and you think, "Oh, it's too late for me. I just have to stay stuck in a box." This has branched out into other things to show me, "Oh, if I could do this, then I can do this too, and I can do this too, and I can do that too." So that's a win for me as well,
I love
especially at
that.
this age.
Oh, I love that. I mean, I hear having chills when when you talk about.
Like, seriously, like, how do you follow that?
Oh, like hearing someone say, "My number one win is to be able to do this with my daughter."
I
I'm like,
know.
oh, wow,
So
that's big.
sweet.
No,
Love
that
that.
is big. That is huge. That needs putting in a book. That needs to be kept for history.
Yes.
I
Yes.
must say this, Mom. We don't hear that too often, and I don't know if you understand how powerful that statement you just made. But I'm not your son, but that hit me. You know? And I saw I saw before Atom answers, I saw the post with the little peer pressure she was getting for the other sister. I hope I hope that you guys made the decision already. So it's mom, a daughter, and another daughter.
Oh my goodness.
She's
She
claiming
listen.
her stakes very early. She's saying, like, get it right, get it right.
Yes,
Listen.
yes,
I've
yes,
Listen.
earned, and you know what I love about she did there? She has earned her way. Not
yeah,
I'm entitled to be there because I'm
yes,
your daughter. You know,
yes,
she's
yeah,
like you said, they're involved in the whole process, and that is
right,
Right.
that is great legacy to build.
Right.
That is great. But before you move on, we have a comment here from one of our
yes.
key Vincentian CMOS farmers, and I want to pop it up on the screen for you.
Okay.
Okay.
Good evening, Mark Anthony Oliver. Good evening, my brother. He says, "Good night. Great program. Thank you so much, ladies. I admire
Thank
the love
you.
and commitment you put into making your CMOS
Thank
help."
you
Thank
so
you.
much. Have
Thank
a good
you.
night. Thank you.
I want to share a secret with you. The CMOS that you are using is one of the farmers who grows it. Okay,
Wow.
Ah! Oh my
so
gosh.
Wow. Thank
Thank
you.
you.
yeah, I could only imagine how he feels right now, hearing this feedback and seeing what the
Wow.
customers are saying.
Yes.
Yeah, so brother Mark, I know you're listening. I believe Tavio should be here as well. It is not in vain. You all the guys are doing an excellent job and continue. You can
Amazing.
see
Yes.
when it is
Amazing.
enhanced what is
Yeah.
being done in California and the USA by
Yeah.
New Zealand Natural. So I
And we
wanted
are
to share
so
that.
grateful. We
We're
are so
so grateful for
grateful.
you. Thank
Yes,
you. Thank
yes,
you.
yes.
Definitely, right. So as we continue, over to you now, Autumn. What would you say is your number one win?
Oh man, I mean, I definitely have to say us being able to like move the business into an actual space. Like for
Oh,
us to have an actual
yes.
workspace outside of the house, and just really be able to have an environment where we could, be in control of every aspect of the business and just come in and just work on this, hour after hour. It's a feeling I can't describe. Like when we started this business, most people when they start a small business, as you say, a lot of times you don't see a lot of longevity,
Yeah.
especially with us hitting our 3-year mark. But to be able to acquire a space in such a short amount of time, and that's just due to people completely coming back and purchasing from us so we can get a space. I Sometimes I sit in here and I'm like, it feels surreal. I'm like, I can't believe, we have our
Yeah,
own space. So, to be able to, have our own workspace completely dedicated to our business is like
yes,
the biggest win to me
yeah,
because it really does separate, kind of like home from work to have
yes,
everything out of your house. We're walking around boxes, going to the kitchen and stuff like that. You know what I mean? So to be able to move that to a dedicated space,
yeah,
it really is just such a blessing.
yeah,
Huge win, yeah, indeed.
Yeah.
I love that. So you see, Mom, that Autumn is thinking growth already, man. She's
Yeah.
yes, yes,
she's
yes,
she's gonna take it from your level now to the next level,
Yeah.
yes,
So the
yes,
legacy is definitely has been planted well, we
yes,
can't, we do not celebrate these things enough, especially among our ethnicity. We
Yeah.
don't, we focus on the things that didn't work and whatever, but we don't celebrate the wins. You know,
Yeah.
right,
it is one of the hardest questions I've ever had to ask entrepreneurs. What are your wins? What have
Yeah.
they don't usually, they have to think long and hard about it and so on. But I
mm,
love that how it flows and there are two different perspectives and so on.
Yeah.
Um, Now, the next hard question I have, and a lot of persons don't like to touch this one either. Obviously, if there are wins, there have to be lessons that you would have learned.
yes.
Definitely.
What are two of those lessons that you guys have learned? I mean, in the last 3 years in going about this business.
We've definitely learned time management, because you tend to maybe like not take things for granted, but you don't know how much work that this will entail starting a business. You know what I mean? You don't realize the time that you're taking away from your family trying to figure things out, how to package. So we didn't know any of these things, how to package it to where it'll get to the customer in the right way.
Hmm.
We take feedback from customers. Not every single customer has something nice to say. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? So we, instead of taking things like, for instance, we didn't know to put a sticker on the box that says refrigerated when you get it. A customer had to tell us you should have something on there that says that, because how would we know? Even though we say it on the website, there should be something there. That was a loss. We thought that we lost that customer, but we did take their advice and we replaced their package with the advice that we took from them with the sticker on there. They came back and they appreciated us making that change and said that they would be a lifelong customer. You know what I mean? So you have to be willing to listen to other people and take their feedback seriously and want to make those changes in order to grow. You know what I mean? So I would say that's the biggest lesson that I have learned, is to listen, not only to the customer, to listen to Autumn too, because as a parent, it is hard to try to separate my role as her mother and then as a business partner. You know what I mean? It's, you're used to saying to your kids, it should be done this way. So I've learned now to respect her opinion, listen to her opinion and respect her opinion and let her know it's valid. You know what I mean? It's all going to help this business. So, that's the lessons that I've learned, definitely.
Wow, wow, wow. Those are big ones. So, I
Yeah.
want to go back to what you mentioned earlier about time management and Autumn saying that the transition from the home to the
Mhm.
workspace. You know that And you know, you mentioned that a lot of people take for granted that when you own a business, as they were saying earlier, that you can do as you like, where you
Yeah.
like, how you feel like. No, you can't. You know, you have to. Actually, to me, you have to manage even more than if you own
Yes.
one. You know, and a lot of, I don't know why, but a lot of persons misrepresented business by giving people the impression that, you know, you can just leave working for someone and go into business and do as you like and so on. That's a big, big, big misconception. And I learned that's one of the great lessons that I learned.
Yeah.
You know, it takes more discipline to
It
run
Yes,
your
does.
it does.
It does.
than to work with people, you know.
Yeah.
And happy that you mentioned that. And then the other point that you made, I really you know, I think about it as a parent myself. You know, I was telling my daughter a few days ago that you know, like, I didn't expect you to have this conversation with me. I should, you know, I was expecting to be the one to be saying these things to you. And, you know, she was saying to me some things she observed about my life. And I was like, how did this child get into my brain? You know, like,
Oh,
these are things that did not say to her as yet. And she was able to come out and say that to me. And you know, the thing about it was that I was not like, you know, that I'm the dad here, right? You know,
yeah.
Right.
no, no, no. I was so proud actually that she had that level of knowledge and that level of wisdom. And to
Yeah.
hear you say, you know, mom, that you know one of the things that you had to do was to learn how to even listen to your daughter and not see her as a daughter, but as a key team member in the business. That is so good, you know, to
Yeah.
separate. And I know it's not easy. Believe me, it's not easy because we would have planned from young what we wanted to see in our children, and then sometimes they get up to this age so quickly that you don't even you know you don't
Yeah.
even get the time to breathe and realize, but wait, they're here already and so on. And then you have
Right.
to transition all of that. It's not easy, but I think that you have been able to master that, you know, and do it well. And not only with Autumn, but and I guess the others are looking on as well because I believe that if it wasn't well with her, there's no way that I would have seen that post from that other young lady. She would have stayed as far away from the business as possible.
Yes.
You know it.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
You
something, you know, you're doing right. So over to you now. I'm coming to you again, Autumn. You know, you heard moms talk about her lessons. Uh,
Mhm.
you know, they say that young people believe that they know everything. You know, some of them believe that, oh, I'm intelligent. I don't need to be telling it. Totally.
Yeah. Yeah.
Have been your lessons. What stood out for you?
I think just piggybacking off what you just said, yeah, I don't know anything. Like it's and to
Mhm.
go into this with that, like I'm always open to learning and growing, you know, not only as a business owner, but you know, as a business partner. And it's the same thing for me too. Navigating, you know, our relationship as mother and daughter is one thing, but as business partners, it's a completely different ballgame, and we have to
Right.
have a level of respect and discipline to do that. It takes work to show up every day and make sure that you know we're honoring each other in that way,
Right.
you know, not only for the benefit of the business and the you know making our product successful, but just our own personal relationship. So I think that's one of the biggest things I've had to learn as well, along with to you know respecting the perspectives our customers have too.
Yeah.
But I think also too it's been a personal journey for me to actually trust myself and my intuition. I think I've spent, you know, a lot of my younger years questioning things and you know not following doing things out of insecurity or fear. And so the fact that we've put this product into the world and be able to have longevity in it for 3 years
Right.
really just cements like, okay, I'm doing something right here.
Right.
We got some good on our hands. So I think just trusting the vision that we have for the business and keep going even
Yeah.
when things aren't always the best, because like she said, we don't always get good comments. And you know in the beginning, oh man, I'll let that take me out for the rest of the day. I'm walking around moping mad. I'm like, should we shut down? Like should we write them a letter? Like I'm want to cry, you know. But just taking it as a learning lesson and
Yeah.
moving on. Like this is just the nature of the business. So, like she said, you know, I didn't go to business school or even thought about running a business growing up. So I think that I have to just take these lessons, you know, in stride and just learn from them.
Yeah.
So it's been definitely a lesson well learned
Yeah.
for sure.
Wow, wow, wow. I like. I was actually holding on to the word honor, but when you said when you get the other feedback and you know the way that you react to it, oh my
Oh man.
We are alike. I can tell you, we share the same feeling. That takes me out. I mean, like,
Listen, like I'm like, oh my God. Like,
man, I'm not able to. I have to get that corrected. I have to find a solution.
yeah,
Otherwise, it's like that thing just takes me over. And
Yeah.
yeah,
like I said, over a period of time, you get to learn that, look, it, it it would happen. It's just a
yeah,
matter of um, taking it up, making it better.
Right.
right.
And one of the key things that came out is that when the customer recognizes that you would have made the changes that they
Yes.
recommend,
Yeah.
that is one of the most valuable things in customer management that I think
Right.
Hmm.
we overlook. So, and I must say, honor. That's a key thing. We do not do enough to honor.
Right.
You know, I don't
Right.
like to use names, but we are in a culture where people think that you have to be Bill Gates, Oprah Winfrey,
Right.
but no, you can be Autumn and Alicia Johnson.
Yes.
Exactly.
You are doing excellent, just like all of them. It's
Thank
just that you're
you.
doing it with something
Mm.
different, right?
Yes.
And you're just as good a manager, CEO
Yeah,
as them. It's just
Yes.
that you're doing it with something different.
Yes.
exactly.
Thank you.
And that word there, honor, is
Yeah.
And I will say this to you, Autumn, and I guess Mom would know this, but please don't wait on anyone to honor you.
Right.
Always be able to get up every day, even when sometimes you want to beat it yourself. And good job, Autumn. Good job.
Right.
Yes.
Right.
Yes.
You
She
good
tells me all
job.
the
No,
time.
Yes. I
Yeah.
do tell her that all the time.
that keeps you moving.
Yeah.
Because this world could be cruel, to be quite honest.
Yeah.
Sometimes it can be really, they don't know the hours and I mean, the time that we put into this. I mean, when you get to see this Moss farm in the Caribbean, you would understand. It is not in any way easy. A lot of people believe so.
Yeah.
No, 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 no.
Yeah.
Very hard and manual, right?
Yeah.
And not is not even done. We talk about workspaces. It is not even done. Most of it is done in seawater and not
Mm.
actually on the land.
Right.
Exactly.
So
Right.
we spend most of our time on this end, on the in the sea, while
Mm.
the end product spend more time on the ground and so on. We have a
Right.
few more comments here from Mark. Mr. Mark, I want to bring in another one for you. He says, "Thanks, Dr. John, for introducing and training me in the correct way to grow sea moss responsibly."
Oh, I
Only
love
word there, responsibly. Your love and commitment to building this industry has propelled me to work harder. Thank you so much.
I love
Now,
that.
now I hope that you see the connection
Yeah.
because
Shot it.
if I don't take the time from my end to get the farmers doing it correctly and
Yeah.
responsibly, there's no way that you are going to be able to produce such a great product.
Right.
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 You
Right.
mentioned earlier some of the things that the softness and the thick, it's just completely different. And you
Mm-hmm.
want to make sure that when that product arrives, that you can get a fantastic, great quality product at the end.
Yes.
And it says also that we pride ourselves in providing clean and high quality sea moss. I can tell you
Yes.
that
Yes.
they,
Yes.
they I was told when I was training earlier that I treat the sea moss like if it is a baby.
Ah, you can tell.
You can
You
tell.
can tell.
But I will tell you this: I have seen Mr. Mark and his family handling sea moss, and I realized like I now need to go back to the drawing board. Like there are even more that I don't even know the word to use. Maybe
Yes.
very, very, very meticulous in handling it. And every time I see them, and the other persons and so on, I am very, very impressed and proud to see that they have
Yes.
not just accepted what I taught them, but they have gone even further.
Yeah.
Yes.
Sure that they take it to a different level in cleanliness and so on, and make
Yeah.
sure that by the time it gets to you, that it is a very, very good product. So thanks for your comments again, Mr. Mark Olivier. I know that
Thank you
Mark,
so
thank
much.
you.
honors you a lot, and we are all in this together to make sure that from the Caribbean that you get a good product, and in particular St. Vincent and the Grenadines. Right.
Yeah.
Yes.
So we've been here a while, and we want to wrap up, but just quickly, we want to know just sometimes people show these nice products in photos, and
Yeah.
um, you know, let me just go back a bit one more time. It looks really beautiful.
Thank
Yeah,
you.
beautiful. Come on, like ah.
Thank you.
But sometimes when the people see the product, it is a complete different thing. So here's what I want to do tonight. I'm putting up a challenge tonight, and I'm going to get you guys to show persons live what your product actually looks like. While I crack my CMOS punch, I have mine here as well. This is our
Oh,
Caribbean stuff. This one was made by
yes.
one of our CMOS farmers, a woman, Natalie.
Wow.
This one is flavored with peanut, and this is now become my absolute favorite.
Wow.
Oh,
You
we
know,
gotta try that. We
yeah,
gotta
this
try.
one is absolutely great, and it's made by Natalie Chambers right here in St. Vincent and the Grenadines. And
Wow.
we are different cultures, so we more go for the punches and so on here. We're now
Yeah.
introducing purpose gels and so on.
Hmm.
This
Yeah.
is my favorite. So as I take my sip of my
Yeah.
peanut sea moss, I know I will give you the opportunity to show
Yes.
your
We
product
sell
right.
these, so we can't open them, but we have the blue spirulina, we have the pomegranate, we have the cinnamon here, we have the apple ginger here, and we have the original orange turmeric, and we
Wow.
have our star of the show, the strawberry watermelon. This one's the
Yeah, come on, come on. Yeah. That is the one there. That is the winner there, the number one.
yes.
Wow. It is so amazing to see a new product just come and take completely over.
Yeah.
I
Oh,
know.
that is so good. Let's bring back up the I want to look at two of your flavors quickly again.
Oh,
The pomegranate.
Oh,
And why I'm
yes.
pomegranate.
doing that because these are products that are familiar in the Caribbean, right?
Oh,
And we actually, when we were younger, we would take those and just play cricket with them or anything. We didn't,
I love that.
yeah, until we
I
learned
love
about the true benefits of it. And then the other one, the blue, you know,
the blue spirulina.
yeah, that one is like, wow, that color is like amazing. I've seen the comments on it as well.
Yeah, yeah. They love that color.
Right.
Something about the blue just speaks to them, and they go crazy for it. And we had some, feedback as people thought we were using like food coloring, but we're like, no, this is a natural ingredient.
Yeah.
I'm glad that you mentioned that because,
Yeah.
I used to wonder myself, like, getting all these colors, like,
All natural, all
Yeah, we
natural.
wouldn't charge.
all natural. I hope that they're hearing that one. All natural.
Yes,
Yes.
yes.
Excellent, excellent, excellent. So let me ask then, Mom, what is your favorite?
Orange turmeric.
Orange. Yes,
Because I like the taste of it a lot. I used turmeric, because I suffered from inflammation. And then I also use that one the most for my face mask. So
Mhm.
that's pretty much my favorite one because I use it for everything.
yes.
Yeah.
Oh, excellent. And Autumn, what is your favorite?
I'm rocking with the blue spirulina all day. I am a blue spirulina fan. When I, was telling my mom I want to make flavored options, I want something that I can eat straight out the jar that tastes good. She perfected this one seriously. Like I can just eat it out the jar. It's my favorite one to just eat internally. The other ones I like the taste of them, but I do usually like to enjoy them in a smoothie, in some tea, blended up where I can't really taste the blue spirulina. I love the taste. Like it
Awesome,
makes me
awesome.
like, okay, let me just only eat two, just two.
Okay. Wow, that is good. That
Yeah,
is good. I have fell in love with the peanut punch. I mean, sea moss.
I'm sure
I
it's
don't
so
know.
good.
That just took over me. And I mean,
Yeah,
I just use it every single week. I don't
really,
and I never really used to like. I know there were people who made peanut punch. I was never a fan of it. Always
really,
want, and the other thing that really stands out for me is that I know that we grew. You know, a woman was part of growing that product. In my country, and then creating the end product at the end. I mean, like
that's
that.
beautiful.
So
Yeah,
good.
that's a super win. And I really, really, really love that.
I
Now,
love
we talk
that.
a lot about your business. We talk a lot about your product. And
Mhm.
obviously, as we were coming down to the end now, how can people make contact with you? And I have, you know, Right. So tell us how can they make contact? So if I want to place an order with you or anyone wants to place an order, how are they able to reach you?
Yeah, you guys can reach us on our website, www.nebula-naturals.com. You can place your order there. If it's your first order, you get 10% off. And you can follow us on Instagram with the same handle, Nebula Naturals.
Excellent. So you go to the website and then Instagram as well. Yes, I have it there going across for them to see as well.
Okay.
Yes.
They can reach you
Perfect.
and so on.
Yep.
And that is, I know that you're very responsive as well. I can see from your comments that you are very responsive to orders, very quick. So you can do
Definitely.
your best to get.
Yeah.
So I come down to the final thing now. This is the big one now. Um, Usually, persons who own businesses used to be very conservative.
Hmm.
You wouldn't get to speak to them much. You wouldn't get to hear from them much. But you know, and a lot of persons say that. I remember it was Les Brown said that there are a lot of secrets buried in the cemetery. Right?
Hmm.
There are a lot of
Hmm.
wisdom and so on in the cemetery. So
Yeah.
we don't want you to bury all of them. We just want to, what would you one thing that you would want to say to the viewers, the customers, the potential customers, you know, um, about choosing the Bill of Naturals, about what you do, and one thing that you would want to leave with us. And I'm coming to you, Autumn, as well, given a younger perspective as well.
Yeah. Okay.
Actually, let me put Autumn on the spot first. We have
Oh,
to
God.
we put the mom on the spot first all the time. So let us switch it up a bit now. I'm coming for you, Autumn. Yes, quick thinker and everything. What is one thing you would like to say? And I want you to speak particularly also to your peers and so on. Um, what would you want to say to them?
I would definitely want to say that our slogan is healthy is the new rich. And so while I think that, it's important to, advance ourselves financially as young people and to be able to, go out into the world and make money and have these careers, you can't do any of that without a healthy, sound mind and body. And so I think that choosing a lifestyle where you're not only feeding, yourself mentally, but you're feeding yourself spiritually, it's super important. And so to be able to attain a lifestyle where you're constantly, nourishing yourself and making the decisions that's going to keep you here in the long run, it's super important.
Yeah.
And, when you're choosing products to help you along that journey, make sure that the people who are running those businesses have the same ethics that you're looking for. So, healthy is the new rich is our slogan for a reason.
Yeah.
And, we just want to make sure that we're here for the long run.
Right.
And so just making good decisions that's going to help you, stay healthy and stay here to see the legacy that you build is more important than,
Right.
anything you can put in your pocket.
Right.
So that's the values, I guess, in legacy I want to leave, especially to people my age.
Very well said. Very well said.
Thank
That
you.
gives mom the warm up to what she would leave with us this evening.
Because you know she wants to hard. You know it.
Well, I think Autumn mentioned that, we want to be here for a long time. So, in order to do something like that and to have the kind of customers that we have that support us wholeheartedly, um, they can see that everything here is done with integrity. So that's what I would leave our customers or anybody looking to purchase from us is that everything that we do is with integrity. We're thinking about the customers, we're thinking about how it is that you view us. When you open that package, what do you see? You see that we took the time to research how it is that we can get this product to you in a way that you can consume it. You know what I mean? You see that we took the time to blend it in a certain way. It's you see that we took the time to clean it, and make sure that it tastes good. I give it to my grandmother. You know what I mean? I wouldn't give her something that I know that I didn't take the time to properly clean and blend it and add the right ingredients, add good ingredients. I'm not going to mix something with this product that was given to us from the earth, you know what I mean, and then mess it up with something that doesn't mesh with it, you know what I mean. So it's all done with integrity. We have a purpose to, for being here, and I am here fulfilling my purpose, and it's being done with integrity.
Yes.
Wow. Wow. Heavy stuff. Heavy stuff.
Yeah.
I was heavy stuff. And I want to salute you both for really coming up with this vision, the way you execute it, and
Mhm.
Thank you.
you mentioned some key ingredients here, values. You mix the values with your product. Uh,
Mhm.
the integrity, that part. Oh, I wish more people can grab onto that.
Yes.
And the purpose. You mentioned purpose.
Yes.
You mentioned not only physical but spiritual, and
Yes.
the fact that you use product from the earth and so on, and you respect that.
Yes.
Also, you mentioned that we are also looking to work with people who have similar values. That
Yeah.
Yes.
is recipe for success, and
Yes.
cannot be beaten.
No. No.
It will take a little longer, yes, because quality is nothing that
Can be right.
everybody rushes after.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Quality, and
Yes.
Right.
but quality never loses.
No, it does
And,
not.
and the other thing is that it lasts a very long time.
Yes.
Definitely.
I want to say on behalf of the responsible CMOS farmers from St. Vincent and the Grenadines, we thank you so much, both Alicia, Autumn, and the other family members who may be looking this evening. At
Yeah.
some point, we get to meet you as well, so we're not leaving you out at the end.
she'll be happy to know this. Okay.
Thank you so much for the effort that all of you put into making Nebula Naturals a really great business. One to
Thank
match with for producing the best CMOS gels, hands down. I'm going to keep saying it. I'm never going to
Thank
stop saying it. And I hope that you keep that rating going always. We
Yeah.
don't, we do not take it at all for granted.
No.
Yeah.
No, we don't either.
And I am sure that the farmers here are willing to grow with you. And if there's anywhere we could assist, just let me know, and I will let them know.
Thank
Yes.
Pass on your
Thank
saying.
you. Thank you. We're so happy to be able to work with you guys. You guys as
Yes.
farmers are amazing. You always give us an amazing, good quality product.
Every time.
3 years going now.
Yes.
Like you guys are definitely, helping us take our business to the next level. So we just
Yes.
thank you for constantly innovating and, doing everything you can to consistently get us a good product every
Yes.
time.
And we honor you.
Yes.
We honor you for
Yeah.
all your hard work.
Yeah.
We're so appreciative.
We're so appreciative. Thank you so much, Ashley, and
So
to all the members.
so much. My thing is, as you said, purpose. I see this as my purpose. And
Yeah.
Yes.
I absolutely love it. It's hard at times. It's challenging at times.
Yes. Yes.
Just keep going. You just keep
You
going.
have to. You have to.
And one of the key ingredients, we're so similar. The same values. I believe much in doing business with integrity. I also believe in that spiritual growth and not compromising what comes from the earth and so on.
Right.
And those are the things that keep me going and keep us going as well. So, as we wrap up this evening, I think that I came into this program, but I didn't know I was going to leave with
Mhm.
feeling so emotional about this interview.
Oh.
This really has touched me, I must say. It's really been, you know, sometimes in the Caribbean, you work on something. I'm a sustainable development project manager, and sometimes you don't feel as if you're really hitting the target.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And when I look at your business, and I always use it as a benchmark, really, for me, is the number one, that I have had to work with, even from the customer end. You are number one in our books.
Oh,
Thank
thank
Upon
you.
I have
Thank you.
recommended other businesses and so on, but you have been number one and consistently. The relationship has grown really well. I've
Yes.
never had any issues really to really murmur about with from people,
Right.
and we appreciate you. And we look forward to having you come down to St. Vincent and the Grenadines.
Yes. We can't wait.
We can't
We
wait.
can't wait.
We can't wait.
Enjoy the beautiful beaches here and get to see
Yes.
how they how in terms of we as in the training and then having them execute and implement the
Yeah.
processes and so on that they are taught. So as we end, it's really good, you know, having this exclusive interview with you. And I look forward that we will come back again
Yeah.
Definitely.
and
Yeah.
see growth, see some more,
Yeah.
you know, um, something huge. There's a lot of
Yeah.
room out there, and I am sure that you will continue really pushing hard and doing your best.
We
So
will.
there's a particular song I want to end with, and this young lady, Aya Star, she sang this Afro song, Rush, and I love it. It inspires me a lot when she says she does not have the time, bad energy,
Not at all.
and her
No.
focus is on I would say making money. I mean the way
Yeah.
she
Yeah.
and not only making money, but making money the way you described it.
Yes.
Right.
So as we end tonight, I want to say thank you again and to
Thank
really
you.
look forward to another interview at some other time. And I think that there's no other fitting way than to really
Thank
You.
start this evening.
Thank
So
you
great
guys.
job, guys. Thank you so much, Alicia and Autumn Johnson
Thank
of Liquid
you.
Network LLC, California.
you.
We really, 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 really love what you have been able to do and continue on your
Yeah.
road.
Yeah.
So,
Thank you. You too, Ashley.
Thank
Thank you.
you.
So grateful for you.
have a great evening.
You too.
Look forward to a better time.
Bye, guys.
Bye. Goodbye. Have a good wrap up the evening on the road. Big blessed. Thank you so much. Other than other words, you were not able to see all of the comments, but we will review and we will get back to your response. Thank you so much. Have a good evening. Till again, on the road. Another episode.